afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday. Charlotte's the last day in for Susan, who's off today. And then it snowed.
And then it snowed.
On top of it.
We're still waiting for that sun to come out.
Apparently it's coming. Because topping our headlines, what should we be expecting for the weekend weather? Julian Seawright is in the backyard with your first warned forecast.
He believed he had a gun, and that agent even testified is that she believed that, in fact, you are justified at that point in obviously firing because you don't have to see a gun.
At stake in a key criminal case against a state agent today, what justifies deadly force? And Charlie Behrens is back in town to support a good cause. It's always a good time when he's around. We'll see what he had to say. It's all coming up. But first, let's take a look outside. At least it looks like winter a little bit more. Well, I don't think there's any question about that.
It's nice to have a little snow on the ground. Didn't cause any problems. Feeling like January, though. Julian's in the backyard with the details. When are we going to see the sun?
Well, hopefully, Mark, once we get into our Friday afternoons, when we're forecasting to start to see that sun. But until then, we do have to deal with a little bit more snowflakes heading into the rest of this evening. As we see on our radar, one more band, which is stretching in across the Dane County and areas to the north and to our friends just outside of Greene County, where we're looking at some snow that's going to start to accumulate just lightly for some areas. We're not looking for this to really be disruptive throughout the rest of this evening or even heading into tonight, as it's going to end once we get into the next couple of hours. Now, over the last 24, we did have a couple of bands of some light snow, but mainly the snow in itself was trace amounts or not even measurable at all. Areas north of Dane County, we saw close to about an inch of snowfall, but overall nothing that was too disruptive as we got on to our Thursday. Now, taking a look ahead, heading into tonight, still going to be cloudy, but folks, don't worry. We're looking at tomorrow to be a bit of a different story. Temperatures will slowly start to fall into the lower 30s, but we are expecting that snow to also end once we get into the rest of tonight as well. Temperatures will fall to around 24 degrees for us, looking at cloudier conditions as well. Now, taking a quick look at the traffic, well, things are rather smooth around 12 and 14 as of right now, but you can even see along the Beltline, no slow spots, rather nice and smooth as we're getting into the rest of the evening commutes. We'll talk more about what we can expect for the weekend in just a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
All right, Julian, thank you. A felony case against one of the state agents in this video moves forward today despite attempts to get it thrown out.
You're seeing in this video the moments just after Quadron Wilson was shot 5 times in Madison last winter. Now the criminal case against one of the shooting officers is raising big questions about just how much force a cop can use.
Our Naomi Coles has more after almost 3 hours of court proceedings this morning.
The courtroom today was full, mostly of men with badges. There were also, at least I saw, a couple dozen others outside, either in police uniform or with badges themselves. Now, today is actually the first time ever we are hearing from the defense attorney for Mark Wagner. A reminder, Wagner is charged with endangering the public, something that his attorney argued today there's no evidence for. He argued the state has not connected the dots in their argument for the charge. He said Wagner was responding to a threat with reasonable force, not creating the threat.
This is different than somebody just firing a gun on a street and endangering people. With regard to that is because we train officers to use force in certain circumstances, and the law in Wisconsin is clear that deadly force even can be used by a police officer if he believes that it's necessary.
Now, this comes after this case has been delayed or rescheduled several times, with Wagner's defense asking not just to dismiss the case, but to have the district attorney's office recuse themselves from the case and have a special prosecutor appointed. Now, the judge also denied a request to dismiss that case, both at the beginning and at the end of the proceedings today. This case now most likely heads to trial unless they strike a plea deal. More details online right now at channel3000.com. For now, in Madison for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
At the state capitol today, a new legislative session coming with new calls of bipartisanship. But
will this January actually mean turning over a new leaf? Political reporter Will Keneally has the story.
That's right. So one of the big open questions this session will be over Governor Tony Evers' cabinet and whether his secretaries can be confirmed by the state Senate. Many of them did not in the governor's first term, a symptom of the partisan fighting between Evers and the legislature over the last 4 years. But when we sat down with the new Democratic leader in the state Senate, she seemed more optimistic this time around.
It doesn't mean necessarily that everyone's going to get confirmed, but it does sound like folks are going to have committee hearings. They're going to be able to make their case about why it is that they received that appointment from the governor.
In the previous 4 years, Republicans kept many of the Evers secretaries in kind of an unconfirmed limbo, using it as a way to fire the secretaries on demand with a quick no vote. But if Republicans capture an open seat that will be on the April ballot, they could have the power to impeach Evers administration officials. We'll have more on that coming up at 5.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you. A historic deadlock that has brought the U.S. House to a standstill is in day number 3.
Lawmakers are back voting on a new speaker after a group of hard-right Republicans rejected GOP leader Kevin McCarthy in 6 votes in the previous 2 days.
CBS News correspondent Nicole D'Antonio reports from Capitol Hill.
The House will be in order.
Disorder reigned as the House was gavelled in for a 3rd day in its historic struggle to elect a new speaker. Before voting kicked off Thursday, Representative-elect John James delivered a nominating speech for Republican leader Kevin McCarthy.
The issues today are over a few rules and personalities. We need a conservative fighter to help this country get back on the right track. But the first thing we need to do is elect Leader McCarthy as Speaker of the House.
So far, McCarthy has failed to convince far-right members of his party to support his bid for Speaker. He spent part of Thursday morning meeting privately with Republicans.
We're just going to keep working until we solve it.
It's the first time in a century that a nominee for House Speaker did not sail through on the first vote. GOP House members opposing McCarthy have, for now, joined together in support of an alternative choice.
I rise to place in nomination the name of Byron Donalds of Florida.
To try and break the stalemate, McCarthy's offered concessions, including making it possible for any single House member to call for a vote to oust the Speaker. He's also proposing the holdouts pick 2 members of the key House Rules Committee, which could shape legislation once the new session gets underway. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And the new Republican-led House is not expected to be in session tomorrow, which is the 2nd anniversary of the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin has shown what physicians are calling him remarkable improvement over the last 24 hours. The team announced that 3 days after Hamlin went into cardiac arrest and had to be resuscitated on the field, the team said that while Hamlin is still critically ill, the 24-year-old has demonstrated that he appears to be neurologically intact. Hamlin's agent told the Associated Press that Hamlin was awake and has been able to grip the hands of family members at his hospital bedside.
First question that he wrote when he started to awaken was did we win? So we know that it's not only that the lights are on, we know that he's home.
Doctors say Hamlin's family has been at his bedside as well as members of the Buffalo Bills organization. They say more tests will be needed to determine the cause of the cardiac arrest. The Bills are reportedly practicing today for this weekend's game. The NFL has not made a decision on whether to resume Monday's Bills game against the Bengals.
A man stole an ATM containing an unknown amount of money from the lobby of a hotel on Madison's Far East Side early this morning. This theft happened at the Mainstay Suites Hotel on the 5300 block of High Crossing Boulevard around 12:30 a.m. In an incident report, police said the man loaded the ATM onto a dolly and took it from the building. Officers are reviewing digital evidence to try to find the thief. Police did not provide a suspect description.
Well, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is offering a total of $50,000 in grants to make the disposal of old electronics more accessible in the state. Applications are now open for the DNR's E-Cycle Wisconsin Electronics Collection Grant for those hoping to organize a collection event or site over the next year. The grants being offered by the DNR carry a maximum award of $5,000 per collection event or $10,000 per permanent collection site. Last June, the DNR awarded a total of $87,000 in grants to 15 e-cycling projects in 13 counties.
A local nonprofit supporting our four-legged friends with cancer is presenting a $25,000 grant to the UW Kids Cancer Fund. This grant, presented by Czar's Promise, will fund a canine immunotherapy research study hosted by Dr. Christian Capitini and Monica Cho. The two have been looking into the link between canines and humans diagnosed with cancer. The team will use the money to treat 8 dogs in this pilot program with engineered cells. This would be comparable to a phase 1 clinical trial in humans. Data from this pilot trial in dogs will pave the way to launch this trial in humans.
In working with families every day whose canines or felines are on this cancer journey, is hoping that someday this research will lead to technologies and protocols that improve the diagnostics, improve the treatment options, and ultimately give additional gift of time.
The next stage is to put the gene-engineered cells into the dogs for treatment.
Well, Wisconsin native Butch Vig and the band Garbage and comedian Charlie Behrens are taking the stage to raise funds to fight against epilepsy this weekend. The Joy Song Foundation will host its 9th benefit concert this Saturday at 7 o'clock at the Sylvie. The foundation was established in 2010 in memory of Joy, who suffered from a rare and debilitating form of epilepsy known as Dravet syndrome.
And Joey's song here, I think, is kind of extra special. Because when I look out in the audience, I'm probably going to know at least half the people there, which is pretty cool.
If you're going to tailgate, I mean, this is not a Brewers tailgate, okay, where you're like, oh, I'll get in the middle of the second inning. No, okay, 7 o'clock. Let's rock and roll. You still tailgate, but start at like 3, okay?
It's a good idea. The concert lineup also includes Portugal, the Man, Dave Pryor from Soul Asylum, and Chris Collinwood from Foundations of Wayne.
Fountains.
What did I say?
Foundations. I'm here for you.
Thank you. I need somebody younger around me at all times.
Well, the head coach of the U.S. men's soccer team says he's being blackmailed.
We'll find out what the accusations are and who's making them when Live at 4 continues.
Watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Hey, I just got a text from my sister. You remember Rick, her neighbor?
Sure. He's the 76-year-old guy who still runs marathons, right?
Sadly, not anymore.
What? You mean...
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Wow. So sudden. We're not about to have the we need life insurance conversation again, are we?
No, we're having the we're getting coverage so we don't have to worry about it conversation.
So you're calling about the $9.95 a month plan from Colonial Penn?
I am. We put it off long enough. We are getting that $9.95 plan today.
Is it time for you to call about the $9.95 plan? I'm Jonathan from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Sometimes we just need a reminder not to take today for granted. It could be the death of someone you know or a health scare. That's why today could be a great day to call for free information about Colonial Penn's $9.95 plan. If you're age 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance starting at just $9.95 a month. There are no health questions, so you can't be turned down for any health reason. This is permanent coverage. Just pay your premiums for lifelong security. The $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life plan. Options start at just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate can never go up. It's locked in for life. Don't put it off. Take the first easy step. Call today for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. So call now.
Call 1-800-290-3399 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-290-3399. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-290-3399. 1-800-290-3399. Call now.
Hello, Colonial Penn?
This year, say yes.
I couldn't be more thrilled with my results. I'm over the moon happy. Look at that waist.
Yes to confidence.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
Yes to a new shape.
These are my results. I am so happy.
Yes to a new you.
I'm Dr. Elena Vega. Imagine you could remove this much fat from multiple areas all at one time.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I have the flattest tummy that I've had in 25 years.
I'm able to wear things that I never thought I would wear again.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
Find out how you can get $250 off with our New Year exclusive offer. Call 1-800-993-0752 or go to sonobello.com.
Welcome back. Just when we thought we've heard enough about the drama surrounding the royal family, we are now hearing about an alleged physical fight between Princes Harry and William that raises new questions about their fractured relationship.
In an interview with 60 Minutes airing Sunday, Harry claims he tried to resolve things with his family behind closed doors, but alleges that the palace used the media against him and his wife Meghan. It's now part of Harry's new book, Spare, that's been leaked to a British newspaper, The Guardian, with a sensational accusation that his brother, Prince William, the heir to the British throne, physically assaulted his younger sibling. William described Meghan as difficult, rude, and abrasive, claims Harry, before grabbing his collar, ripping his necklace, and knocking him to the floor. Harry claims he fell on a dog bowl, which cracked, cutting his back.
Brother say to you, Harry, how could you do this to me? After everything we went through, wouldn't that be what he would say?
He'd probably say all sorts of different things.
Well, so far, there's been no public reaction from the palace, and that's not surprising because they don't comment publicly very much anyway. Asked in an ITV interview whether he would attend King Charles's coronation in May, Harry said, quote, "A lot could happen between now and then."
Stay tuned. Online shopping hit record-breaking levels this holiday season. Consumers spent nearly $212 billion from November 1st to December 31st, a 3.5% increase over the same period in 2021. Despite high inflation over the past year, retailers offered steep discounts to lower customers. Toys were marked down 34%, electronics down 25%, and clothing nearly 20% cheaper.
Weekly jobless claims have fallen to the lowest levels since September. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says about 204,000 people applied for first-time unemployment benefits last week. Claims for people who have received benefits for more than 1 week also dropped. Many economists have feared the Federal Reserve's inflation-fighting efforts could throw the economy into a recession and lead to massive layoffs. But so far, the labor market appears to be staying resilient.
And that good labor news is bad news for traders on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials fell 339 points, ending the day at 32,930. The NASDAQ gave up 153 points. The S&P 500 off 44. Well, the U.S. men's soccer head coach Greg Berhalter says he was blackmailed with a domestic violence incident from his past.
Berhalter has admitted to the 1991 altercation involving his now wife.
He said on social media that it was the father of a player who wasn't getting much play time during the World Cup that threatened to expose him.
Bryn Gingras has the details.
After leading the U.S. men's national soccer team in the 2022 Qatar World Cup,
on December 11th, we initiated an investigation into an allegation of past misconduct against Greg Berhalter.
U.S. Soccer is investigating men's national team head coach Greg Berhalter over a 1991 domestic violence altercation between him and his wife Rosalind while they were in college.
We hired a top-notch team of high-integrity, experienced outside investigators to gather the facts about the allegation against Greg and to follow the facts wherever they may lead.
The incident was reported to the United States Soccer Federation sporting director Ernie Stewart by Danielle Reyna. She's the mother of 20-year-old Gio Reyna, an accomplished young player on the U.S. men's national team who played a limited role in Qatar. And that's where things started to get heated. ESPN reporting that Claudio Reyna, father of Gio, sent messages to U.S. soccer executives threatening to reveal Berhalter's past due to his son's limited playing time. Claudio refutes this, saying in a statement, "At no time did I ever threaten anyone, nor would I ever do so." According to multiple reports, Berhalter was disappointed in Reyna's efforts ahead of the tournament and contemplated sending him home mid-tournament during their World Cup run. And in an Instagram post not long after the U.S. World Cup run came to an end, Gio Reyna did mention his bad behavior during the tournament. In a statement obtained by ESPN and Fox Sports, Danielle Reyna stated, "I told Ernie that I thought it was especially unfair that Gio, who had apologized for acting immaturely about his playing time, was still being dragged through the mud when Greg had asked for and received forgiveness for doing something so much worse at the same age." On Tuesday, speaking about the revelations for the first time, Berhalter, along with his wife, posted a lengthy account of the matter on Twitter. In it, he shares his account of the 1991 incident where he kicked his now wife, Rosalind, who was his girlfriend at the time. saying in a statement, "There are zero excuses for my actions that night, and it was a shameful moment that he regrets to this day." The Berhalters and the Reynas are soccer families that have known each other for decades. Berhalter and Gio Reyna's father, Claudio, played together on St. Benedict's prep soccer team in New Jersey and on the U.S. team. And even before they married their husbands, Danielle and Rosalind were roommates and collegiate soccer players at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Obviously, this is not a positive time for soccer in this country and for our men's national team. And it's a tough time for the families involved.
Berhalter also says that they have fully cooperated with the U.S. soccer investigation.
While Berhalter's future with U.S. soccer remains uncertain, the current U.S. men's national team assistant coach, Anthony Hudson, will step up and serve as interim head coach.
Well, still to come at 4, the year was 1985, and it was the last telegram sent by Western Union in Madison.
We'll take a look back in the Traveler Throwback Thursday, coming up after Julian's first warn forecast.
It's your last chance to ring in the new year with a new mattress from Ashley. Right now, save over $1,300 instantly on Beautyrest Select mattresses. Or get 5 years no-interest financing on all Purple and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Ending soon at Ashley.
The Community Forum for in-depth discussions on the matters that matter to you. For the Record, Sunday morning at 10:30 on News 3 Now. Sponsored by MG&E.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now.
Call 1-800-336-0524.
It's a foodie's paradise in this month's Madison magazine. Explore our editor's list of restaurants and chefs transforming the local dining scene. Then create an indoor Eden with our Homebody's Guide to Houseplants. Madison magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and you'll get my customized forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now. Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device. It's your last chance to ring in the new year with new styles from Ashley. Right now, save up to 85% off furniture. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you spend $2,000 or more. And free platinum delivery. Ending soon at Ashley.
Take a look at this. A recent severe storm system shellacked the southeast, and it led to a caught-on-camera moment in North Carolina that could only be described as shocking. A pair of cameras captured lightning striking a truck and a fence at JR Motorsports in Morrisville. The sudden strike was so electrifying, it appears the power on the empty truck's headlights got turned on. How can that be?
Oh my gosh.
Electricity, man.
That's why you don't be outside.
No.
During a thunderstorm.
Nope, not at all. You gotta always be undercover because that kind of stuff can happen. It's very rare.
I know,
but
still, it's possible. It is possible.
Well, that's one thing we don't have to worry about right now.
Oh my gosh, but apparently you guys have had cloudy conditions for a while.
The entire year.
Oh, wow. Well, so
you
far,
come back, you're gonna
ironically.
fix this, right?
Yeah, so we are going to fix that with our forecast coming up because, folks, the sun will be returning sooner rather than later. So stay tuned with the First One forecast after the break.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
This holiday season at the Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Cold winter weather's here, so why feel it inside your own home and in your wallet? USA Insulation's premium injection foam fills every crevice of your walls, even going over your existing inferior insulation. Our foam gives you high-tech comfort and saves you money on utility bills year-round. So stop bundling up and start building savings. Call now and get up to a 30% tax credit and low monthly payments.
USA Insulation.
For back pain, I've always been a take two and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
It's hard being a smoker. I've heard all the lectures.
You know, you shouldn't smoke.
I know all the signs. I've seen all the faces. I know the money it costs me. But that doesn't change the fact that it's hard to quit.
The Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line. No judgments, just free help and medications. Call the Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it's been cloudy throughout much of the start of our new year, but the good news is we are looking for some changes. As of right now, the low pressure, which is settling into the upper northeast parts of Wisconsin as of right now, still funneling in just a band of some light snow from that upper level trough, which is going to continue over the next couple of hours. As you can see, it's not very widespread, but it is very north and south, especially north of I-39 and south of I-94. But we are going to be looking at some of that snowfall to make its way into Iowa County and push its way to about a southeasterly track, which means it's going to be clearing out as we get into the rest of tonight. Here's a look at the next 3 hours. Around 7 o'clock, we're looking for just small little flurries to stick around for southern parts of Dane County, but overall, we are looking for more quiet conditions heading into tonight, which is good news because right after that, we will also see some sunshine heading into tomorrow. Now, taking a look at how much snow we've gotten, it seems like it's almost every day we've had some snow, or at least every week. Well, since December 1st of last year, we've had about 15, almost 16 inches of snowfall. On average, around this time of year, well, we've actually been only around 13.5 inches of snow. So we are actually looking at a surplus of a little over 2 inches so far. So we're actually doing pretty good in the snow category since last year we didn't get a whole lot of it. Now, as we take a look at temperatures for tonight, 24 degrees for Madison, and it's going to be still rather cloudy, but heading into tomorrow, that cloud cover will start in the morning, but clear by the time we get into our afternoon. Temperatures themselves, though, are still going to be rather cold, upper 20s, low 30s here in Madison. As we get to around Janesville, we're looking into into the lower 30s as well. But those who are waiting for the weekend and just wondering if it's going to be cloudy or any kind of inconvenient weather, well, Saturday, not at all. It's going to be mostly sunny. We're looking at quiet conditions near the mid-30s for us here in Madison, and for Sunday, around 34 degrees as well, but still going to have a little bit of partly sunny skies, but overall things are going to be rather comfortable. Now let's go ahead and walk through what we're going to expect for the rest of tonight. Cloud cover is still going to dominate. The flurries and light snow is going to clear out. Some areas to the north and northeast may see some flurries, but overall not looking for a lot more activity heading into the overnight hours. Waking up for Friday morning, it will be cold. We're looking at lower 20s, but the cloud cover, now we're waiting for that sun. Well, around lunchtime, we're finally going to get some sunshine here in southern Wisconsin, and that's going to stick around throughout the rest of our evening hours. Going to be very quiet, not looking for many issues on the roadways for the 5 p.m. commute, and heading into our nighttime. Well, temperatures are going to fall even colder, but at least it's not going to be a very cloudy night. We're going to see those temperatures into the middle and lower teens, and transitioning into our Saturday, we're looking for temperatures once again to be climbing. Now, wrapping things up for our 3 things we'll need to know, we are looking for cloudy for tonight, but it's a rather quiet pattern we're about to be entering for the next few days. However, next week, we are looking for temperatures to stay near or above average for this time of year, especially as we see from our 10-day forecast. We're looking for lower to mid-30s. Heading into next week, we'll be into the upper 30s for Monday, and it'll still be on a bouncing beam as we go on from Tuesday to Wednesday. But we are going to be tracking, as your first warn, some little bit of snow that's going to be coming back for us. We get a nice little break of some sunshine. Not going to have a whole lot of snow to be inconvenient for this weekend.
And
but
above average highs the whole time.
Can't complain about this. You know?
January in Wisconsin.
We just need that sun.
Yes, and we're finally going to get it.
All right,
Okay,
thank you.
you.
Well, CES is back in Las Vegas with thousands of new electronic gadgets and products being revealed, including lots of high tech for cars of the future.
BMW is showing off a new concept car that talks. The vehicle is called D, which stands for Digital Emotional Experience. It not only interacts with the owner, but also changes colors thanks to a special coating. No word on when or if it will go on sale. Strollers can also drive themselves, apparently. There's one from Gluckskind.
That's not a stroller. That's
And that is not
the BM.
correct.
There you
There's
go.
the stroller. Look at that. It has AI and sensors to avoid objects and stop on its own if it gets too far away.
And after a certain period, it stops it completely.
Taking a stroll in these new glasses offers an augmented view of the world. The TCL Ray Neo X2 glasses can find a restaurant or show translation. The eyewear also takes pictures and records video.
Now, just the opposite.
I know. We're going to go back in time, way back. Long before fax machines, email, and cell phones, people often communicated with each other with a telegram.
38 years ago, the last Western Union telegraph office closed its doors in Madison. Here's this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday.
Sue Hall has worked for the Western Union Telegraph Company all her working life. For 30 years, she has worked in the Madison office, clacking away at the old teletype machines. For 3 decades, Sue has been relaying messages, keeping Madison connected with the rest of the world. She remembers when she used to work the press box at Camp Randall, sending the stories of Badger football to newspapers all over the state. But for the past few years, things have been pretty quiet. Sue has been all by herself in this office. But there was a time, oh yes, there was a time when the telegraph was king.
Well, it was very busy here. We had 38 people working, and it was a beehive of activity with messages flying to and fro across the office and in and out the office. Well, I remember when it came on tape, gum tape, there'd be stacks of it on the floor. Every morning when we'd come in, we'd gum all these messages down. Nightmare. Long ago.
Messages haven't flown to and fro. They haven't stacked up on the floor for some time now. Computers and faster, more economical ways of getting a message from here to there have forced Western Union to close this office. Sue and the old printers in the back room aren't needed anymore. They are all being retired a few years early. The clacking of teletypes and telex machines will fade into the quiet humming of the computer age. Time was when a town couldn't live without its telegraph office. Those days are now gone. Traveling in Madison, I'm Mark Kane, News 3.
I've never sent a telegram.
You haven't?
No.
I remember getting them.
Really?
Yeah, my parents getting them.
Yeah.
So,
different time. But
yeah. And now, what? We're dealing with our phone,
the whole
right?
thing, the whole thing.
Easy way.
More technology than the first moon launch.
I know. And technology sometimes you just want to throw away, right?
All right, coming up next year on Live at 4 today is January 5th, and some Southwest passengers still don't have their bags after the airline's Christmas week meltdown.
And then at 5, J.J. Watt received a very weird gift today. We'll show you the claws at 5.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Call right now to find out if you qualify.
Call 1-800-336-0524. 1-800-336-0524.
Lake Ridge may be a new name, but it isn't a new bank. It's one built on over a century of community commitment. One equipped with all the knowledge and resources of 145 collective years of experience. Monona Bank and State Bank of Cross Plains are coming together as one. As Lake Ridge Bank, we're doing more together for you.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Tonight on News 3 Now at 5, the upcoming spring election could determine whether Republicans will have a supermajority in the state Senate, what it means for you in 2023.
After a few days of cloudy conditions and even some light snow, we're finally going to start to see the sun as we get into our Friday. We'll talk more about this coming up at 5.
And ahead at 6.
Tonight on News 3 Now, a grieving family is hoping a GoFundMe will remember their daughter's legacy.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in the Sierra Nevadas in California. They've got a lot of snow. They've got that atmospheric river that's flowing through. 27 degrees. They need the moisture out there.
They sure do.
We are 5 days into the new year, and some Southwest passengers still don't have their bags back after the airline's Christmas week meltdown.
Southwest says reuniting customers with their lost luggage is a top priority, as Pete Muntean reports.
It was supposed to be a perfect holiday for Toya Martin of Maryland. Instead, she spent almost 2 weeks searching for her family's 3 lost bags.
2 words: mentally exhausting.
Martin says Southwest Airlines lost the checked baggage of her nephew and mother, who flew in from St. Louis. In one of her mom's suitcases, critical medical supplies needed for her colostomy bag.
It's like being lost, like you're in the middle of an ocean with no way to get back. And they're just looking at you saying, we don't know what to tell you.
Southwest is telling passengers that it is returning lost luggage with great urgency, using FedEx and even competing airlines to transport bags. The pile of unclaimed bags at Southwest's Baltimore hub has now disappeared, but the pile is still dwindling at airports like Denver, where Southwest canceled 2,300 holiday flights.
Southwest has a lot of work ahead of itself.
Industry expert Ross Feinstein points out Southwest carries the most checked bags of any U.S. airline. It offers passengers 2 checked bags for free. In an employee memo obtained by CNN, Southwest CEO Bob Jordan said the airline has cut the number of bags in half since last Thursday, and we're on track to get the majority, if not all bags, shipped to our customers later this week.
A week and a half, 2 weeks is just unacceptable, and customers are just frustrated trying to track down their bags.
But the issues go beyond just one airline. This week, Valerie Sabala of Washington, D.C. found her bag after it was lost by a United Airlines vendor by using an Apple AirTag.
They kept saying that it was safe in a delivery center, and none of that was true.
The latest federal data shows airlines mishandled 2 million bags in 2021. New numbers are likely to go higher after families like Toya Martins spent their holiday without bags and without patience for Southwest Airlines.
Southwest was probably one of my favorite airlines to travel on, and it will never be the same.
Experts say one tip when checking luggage is to take a picture of the contents inside before sending it off.
Southwest insures up to $3,800 for checked bags, but you have to be able to prove what's inside.
Good advice.
Yeah, very good advice.
Well, do you have a pooped out pup? How about a cranky kitty?
It's time to get your pet questions answered. Dr. Carrie Donahue takes your calls at 608-270-9933. Call in now.
There's a difference in a small town where family values still hold true. Welcome to the Portage Furniture Store. Well, we ventured back to Portage and look at who we found, the 2 Ayers brothers, Austin and Aaron. It's good to see you guys.
Welcome back.
So how is business? How is life?
Business has been great. You know, it's been very busy for both of us. A couple new kiddos in the past year. So no, but business has been doing great.
I know you really want to give a shout out to all of the people around this area that shop local, that choose to come right here to Cook Street to see the 2 of you.
Obviously, first and foremost, we're so appreciative of our customers, and there's just been such a strong sentiment to shop local, shop small, support family business. And I guess with the inventory, we've been very blessed. We've got a packed showroom, trucks coming in every week. We've really, we're running out of places to put everything. We're in good shape.
I feel like there's such a difference in the customer's mood when they walk in. They don't have that anxious feeling of, oh gosh, here comes the salesperson coming over to talk to me. Why is that so different here?
We put a major emphasis on no pressure shopping. Our salespeople, they're fantastic. They're going to be there when you need them, but they're going to let you, try everything out, and they're going to leave you alone, let you relax.
So all these years later, the big question is, there still the Portage Furniture free delivery?
Yep, absolutely. Still the free delivery. Going to bring it right into your home, set it up, make it perfect for you. They'll even cook you dinner or sing a song for you if you need. They're just fantastic.
That's that small, local, family feel business mentality. You can't replicate it, right?
We're the Ayers family.
From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Attention mothers, did you take Tylenol or other acetaminophen pain-relieving products while pregnant? Recent evidence suggests children whose mothers took Tylenol while pregnant may be more likely to develop autism. Other acetaminophen products at risk include Excedrin, NyQuil, Dayquil, and other store-brand pain relievers. Children with autism have a hard time interacting with others. Those on the spectrum usually begin exhibiting social symptoms by the time they're 8 to 10 months old. Call now for a free confidential consultation.
Please call 800-379-7867.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com, type in high five, and our website will hook you up.
Well, taking a quick look at our traffic update, the good news is that we are looking for the actual roadways themselves to be rather smooth. But you can see from US 12 to 14 Whitney Way, the ramps are really what we're looking at, some of the slow spots as of right now as we're getting closer to that 5 p.m. rush hour. Now, taking a look at what else we're seeing along the Beltline, that's really where we're seeing the congestion as of right now, especially on the eastern side near Fish Hatchery Road. It's mainly the ramps, but it's still rather smooth along the Beltline, west and eastbound as of right now. The light snowflakes that we're seeing is not really causing too much of a hazard or even inconvenience as we're getting into close to the 5 p.m. rush hour. Looking at the interstate as of right now, still smooth as butter, all green, but taking a look at how long it's going to take from getting to point A to point B from Janesville to the Beltline, well, it's still rather normal for this time of day. 24 minutes in Sauk City to Middleton, 16 minutes, and Sun Prairie to downtown, 19 minutes. That's going to do it for our traffic update. Let's send it back to you guys.
Meet eDog, the excitable robo-dog, unveiled by toy maker Wowee at the CES Gadget Show in Las Vegas. Doggy has more than 1 million possible combinations of light, sounds, and personality traits. Doggy begins as a blank canvas and develops its personality during the setup process. The app-connected toy has audio sensors to hear sounds, touch sensors on its sides, and body and tail that displays lighted icons and messages to communicate. It wags. Wowee says this is a good option for those who cannot commit to a real pup or perhaps those with allergies.
I don't think you want to cuddle with...
No, it's not the same.
Doggy. Time to get your pet questions answered.
The number to call is 270-9933, and Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care joins us now. Thank you for being here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you guys.
And don't forget the 608.
608, yes, 608, area code 608.
All right, let's go to the phones. We'll start with Bob in Sun Prairie. Hi, Bob. What's your question?
Hi. So I have a 10-year-old Great Pyrenees, and he is shedding... really balding. He's got a lot of bald spots on him and a lot of dry skin, very flaky. Is there any... I heard that there might be some fish oil that might be able to help. Is there anything else that I could give him that might help alleviate the itchiness and the dry skin?
Yeah, and that is a big problem for a lot of pets in the wintertime because it's so dry. And I think that's one of the best things that you can do is add in fish oil to the diet. For a Great Pyrenees, I would recommend probably about 1,000 milligrams twice a day, which is the human dosage of fish oil. And you can use a human fish oil supplement. That's just fine to do. But that's what I would start with. You could add in probiotics. Those are also very helpful for the skin, and especially if you might be dealing with an infection, that could be helpful as well.
So no allergies probably?
Probably not. If it's just kind of happening in the winter, I would guess not, and so that's why I would try the fish oil, but fish oil is helpful for allergies as well.
Okay. All right. Our next caller, Mary Beth from Nacita. Hi, Mary Beth. What's your question?
Hi. My question is, I have a kitten that was a rescue who has extreme food insecurities, even though she gets fed twice a day with wet food and she has dry food on demand. She always still seems to be hungry. She'll go eat out of everybody's food, and she even tries to steal food off my plate.
Is this your cat?
Wow. Mary Beth, I think you and I might be having the same cats or something here. Yeah.
So what's going on?
Oh boy, and that is something that we see. I don't know if you've had that problem with your kitties since they were kittens, but when cats go through a period like that where they're not able to get enough food, where they're rescues or ferals, then throughout life they can always have that desire to want to eat all the time. And you do have to watch out for them gaining too much weight when that happens. I think the best thing to do is just to try to keep your kitten as active as possible. to keep their mind engaged on other things instead of the food, and really just trying to control portions. If it's a small kitten, doing 4 meals a day, canned food and dry food, and just see how it goes as it gets older.
But don't leave the buffet out. Don't let.
So that's what I need. I need to stop with the dry food because it's not like the.
It's filling them up.
Yeah. It's not a buffet.
Right.
So.
Yeah. For cats, meals are better instead of free feeding because they do tend to overeat if they're bored. You know, if they just don't have anything else to do, they'll just go to the food dish.
Okay.
So.
All right. Let's go to Mary now in Albany. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
What's your question?
My question is, my dog, while he's sleeping, when my dog sleeps, he pees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it an older dog?
No, he's 5 years old.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to say why that might be happening. I mean, certainly incontinence is an issue that we see in not only female dogs, but also male dogs. And usually that presents as going to the bathroom when they're not really aware of it, so when they are sleeping. It would be a good question for your veterinarian because there are medications available to control that, especially if it's something that's happening every time he's sleeping and it's, you know, leaking. That's a lot to deal with. But knowing that there are medications available to help with that incontinence issue.
Okay. All right. And we have Larry from Cross Plains, right?
No, I think it's...
Yes. Larry?
No, I think it's not. I think it's Deborah. Deborah from Austin.
Who's on the line? That's a better question.
We don't know.
Did you press a button?
I did press the button.
It's Barbara Schramer, my name.
Okay, what's your question?
My question is, I had a dog, and it died 4 years ago on my late brother's farm at Nacida, and she had a poison mushroom, and she died.
Oh,
I'm so sorry about that. And you really do have to be careful about the mushrooms that you don't know what they might be. And dogs can get into anything outside. And, you know, a really good resource is the ASPCA poison hotline that you can call. You would have to Google the number, but you can find out if what your dog ingested might be poisonous and what you need to do about it.
Yeah, got to be careful. Don't eat anything. All right, we are out of time. Thank you all for calling. Carrie, thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you in a month.
Okay, sorry.
Have a happy new year.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
The news and need to know what's going on where you live?
News 3 Now is always on. Download the Channel 3000 app and get video on demand whenever and wherever you need it.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
7-day-old tuna casserole.
How'd you know that?
Even my nose is strong. You need Hefty Ultra Strong. It has Arm & Hammer, continuous odor control. Hefty, Hefty, Hefty. Oh, and Toby needs a bath. Stay one step ahead of Stinky.
When pain says, I'm here, I say, so are they. Just want Aleve. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve. Who do you take it for?
New at 5, after years of Senate Republicans blocking the confirmations of Governor Evers' cabinet secretaries, we asked new Senate Minority Leader Melissa Agard what might be different this year as the state heads into a new lawmaking cycle. That's coming up at 5.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
And wrapping things up with our 3 things we'll need to know. Well, we're having a cloudy night, but don't worry, folks. We're looking for the sun to return finally once we get into our Friday afternoon. It's going to pretty much be that way throughout the weekend as well. Temperatures, we're looking at quiet conditions, but they will be above average over the next few days. We'll talk more about this coming up at 5. Over to you guys.
All right, Julian, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll find out what are the trends in streaming video in the new year. A UW expert has some predictions.
And it's win and go to the playoffs for the Green Bay Packers Sunday night. We'll have a preview.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who'll keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-550-5543.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you. I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
It's Steinhaffel's winter mattress sale. Nestle in for a good night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress. You'll sleep soundly when you pay only $45 per month with Steinhaffel's 72-month financing. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting you as no other mattress can. The winter mattress sale, only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
Hey, do you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very...
rewarding. With the BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
In today's Final Touch, scientists get a whale's eye view of the ocean.
An innovative marine science effort is offering a rare glimpse of life through a whale's eyes. Researchers wanted to track the movement of a pregnant North Atlantic right whale, so they literally slapped a high-def camera onto the mammal's back using a suction cup. The unorthodox effort allowed the team a front-row view of the southern migration movement of the pair of whales. The North Atlantic right whale is one of the world's most endangered large whale species, and this particular female, named Smoke, has been tracked by scientists since 1996.
Wow, that is so cool.
It is so cool, and they go a long way. All right, thanks for helping out.
Absolutely.
Susan is back tomorrow, and I hope you are too. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.